one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
From News Nation, we get this story here. We're in Oklahoma. City officer is under investigation for his actions at the scene of a car accident. Police say the officer used force on an elderly driver, leaving the man seriously injured. This started with the officer giving the man, Leash Vu, a ticket for causing a minor crash, but ended with Vu in handcuffs and unconscious.
I want to warn you, this video is kind of tough to look at. Now, we told you last month that an Oklahoma City police officer was put on leave after the 70-year-old man was hospitalized. Within the last hour, police put out two different versions of that incident, one of them being this body camera video that you're looking at. The other is surveillance video from a nearby business. Now, in the body camera, you can hear the man arguing with the officer about the ticket that was being given after a traffic crash. Then the man touches that officer's vest and tells him to shut up before the officer takes him down to the ground. Here is part of that exchange.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. The way where your vehicle was located, your vehicle was not like that.
Sit down.
No.
You sit down. Get on the ground.
No. See, sir. No. Call an ambulance. I need the ambulance.
Yeah, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
Okay, what you're looking at here is another view. It's hard to watch of that takedown. Police said that man lost consciousness when he hit his head on the pavement. The family says that man is still in the hospital nearly 2 weeks after this incident. We're going to be following up with this. We have much more coming up during our 6 o'clock newscast.
The officer was called to a crash along the Northwest 39th Expressway. Both drivers were given tickets, but Vu felt he shouldn't receive one. And throughout the encounter, there appears to be a language barrier. The officer later tells Vu that if he doesn't sign the ticket, he'll be taken to jail. Moments later, he speaks with Vu again about what he did wrong. Vu and a woman he was with argued that the other driver is at fault. In that moment, Vu appears to hit the officer's chest lightly and tells the officer to shut up. The officer then grabs Vu and forcefully takes him to the ground.
Maybe a better look from that business surveillance video. Again, you can see Mr. Vu make contact with the officer right there, and then you can see the officer's response. Again, in the police report, he said Vu fell to the ground after leaning to the left, that the 71-year-old was knocked unconscious when his face hit the pavement. Vu's family says he did not fall and that the officer used excessive force.
Vu suffered serious injuries, according to the police. And in a report, the officer wrote, "I perceived Lish touching me, that things were going to escalate." He went on to say, "I placed Lish in handcuffs and observed Lish not respond and appeared to be unconscious." Vu later regained consciousness and was treated for his injuries at a local hospital. Oklahoma City Police said Friday they're dedicated to transparency and accountability. As for the officer, he's still on administrative leave. The department says it will soon hand over the findings of its investigation to the district attorney's office. Nothing's going to happen to this cop. But this is a breaking news story. This is one that was just all over Twitter and Facebook and Instagram over the weekend. And I said, well, this is one I'm going to give on Tuesday morning. I do have other editorials lined up that I was going to give you, and I'm going to give you those all throughout the week, each morning. But I said this one was kind of a breaking news story, and I had to do it. This one I got to do. But again, I mean, here's one where did the officer use excessive force? I mean, big, strong officer, little elderly man. I'm going to show him. Is that what this was? You let me know.